So I have a new video series for you guys I'm going to do about psychic attacks on the chakras and how they can affect us and what it looks like, because I feel like this is not really talked about enough, and it's definitely an issue, especially for the lower three chakras. A lot of people will send you some very bad energy to those energy centers in your body, and it can really mess you up a little bit if you don't know what to look out for. So I'll be doing a separate video for each chakra, and today we're going to be talking about the first one, the root chakra, and the foundation of it all. The root chakra is located at the base of our spine, and it's all about our stability, our foundation, our sense of safety, our basic needs. So if you, like, I went to nursing school, right? I was taught Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and if you look at that triangle, it's at the bottom. Food, shelter, clothing, water, our basic survival needs. Like, when you think root chakra, I want you to think of survival and safety, because that's what it's all about. And it's very important to master all the chakras, of course, but especially your lower three, because the more dense that energy is, more dense and positive energy, the easier time you'll have in life, okay? Because it's closer to Earth, it's closer to this realm. Okay, I'm just looking at my notes on my iPad. It's our connection to the physical world, and the reason it's a common target is because that's where everything starts, right? Destabilizing your foundation makes you more vulnerable energetically. So what is a psychic attack on the root chakra? It's intentional or unintentional energy directed at destabilizing your sense of safety and security. And when we talk about unintentional psychic attack, that can be evil eye, that can be even just people instilling fear. You know, speaking fear over your goals, trying to fill you with worry, trying to pressure you, things of that nature. And of course, we have the intentional psychic attack, which is when someone is deliberately sending you bad energy, and even worse, maybe even doing spiritual work against you. How this manifests is draining root energy and creating fear or instability, like I said. And examples can include envy, hostility, spiritual intrusions, or even collective fear energy attaching. This is why I don't watch the news. If I need to find out about something that's going on in the world, and I do try to stay well informed, but if I need to find out something that's going on, I will find it out elsewhere. I don't watch the news for this reason. So let's get into signs and symptoms of psychic attacks on the root chakra. Feeling unsafe or paranoid without clear reason. It'll be a lot of anxiety, and it'll have a lot of mental chatter, but more so it will be in the body, because we're talking about the root chakra and not the crown. But that is one way that an attack on your crown chakra can manifest, is a lot of anxiety up here. So someone might be doing both to you. But you will have a lot of anxiety in your body, like heart palpitations, just feeling like you're standing on pins and needles, your hair sticking up, you can't catch your breath, and you don't really know why. You just feel unsafe. And another thing I want to mention that my spirits are reminding me of, even like this anxiety that I'm talking about that disrupts the root chakra, it can manifest even if someone is not deliberately attacking that root chakra. Like, that's not their goal, because it's a spiritual intrusion. So if someone sent, for example, a muerto, the spirit of a dead person, at you, and they're in your auric field, you're going to feel very unsafe, because that's a spiritual intrusion. Something is crossing into your aura and trying to attach to you. So your mind might not understand or even know that, but your body is picking up on that outside force, then is not very good for you. Ask me how I know. I used to deal with this so much, you guys. Like before my initiation in Palo, I would be so anxious and not know why. And little did I know, it was some attacks. And that is one reason why I am so thankful for my rayamiento. I'm so thankful to be a yaya because of the protection that it gives me, but I also recognize that Palo is definitely not for everyone. But it did help me with that. I'm not saying it went away permanently, but I learned how to work with it, right? I learned how to work with my body and recognize it as a sign that, hey, I need to cleanse. There's something funky trying to come in and I'm feeling unsafe. Okay? Sudden financial instability or fear around money and resources, and you won't know why. Like, you can have $10,000 in the bank and be up at night all of a sudden wondering why you feel like money's gonna run out. Out of nowhere. And this is where it gets tricky because a lot of that can be ancestral wounds that need to be healed. But the truth is, all psychic attacks do is highlight those wounds. So this is why having a wovoda, having an ancestor altar is important. One or the other, because they are not the same thing. That's a different video. Really working on your ancestral healing and your own healing process as well. Because anytime that we have wounds, our aura and our soul is fragmented. It's like open spaces, and negativity can use those open spaces to seep in. Okay? Anxiety, restlessness, and feeling ungrounded, feeling like a floating head. I remember about 4 years ago talking to my now madrina about this. I was like, yeah, I feel like a floating head. Like, for the life of me, you guys, I could not get grounded. I had stability. I had a house. I had lots and lots of money in the bank. You know, I was safe. But I could not ground myself for the life of me. It was not very fun. But you'll feel like a floating head. Like, you'll feel so disconnected from your body. It's awful. Physical symptoms, lower back pain, that's a big one. Let me tell you something. I will be the first one to tell you, if you have physical symptoms, go to the doctor. Okay? Roll out the mundane first, and then go to the spiritual. But let's say you schedule a doctor's appointment for tomorrow, and in the meantime, you're just curious and want to cleanse before your doctor's appointment, do it. And if that pain goes away after you cleanse, there you go. It was spiritual. That's my method. That's how I do things. But I cleanse myself pretty regularly. But yeah, it's an attachment. It's trying to attach to your body. Leg and foot issues, digestive troubles, constipation, things of that nature. Dreams of falling, being chased, or losing shelter. Again, I used to have these all the time because this was before my Palo initiation, someone was attacking my stability very badly and trying to siphon it, actually. Low level ass bitch! But, you know, I'm like, really? You're gonna attack the root chakra? Is that how lowly you are? Ugh, peasant energy. Anyway, how to protect and strengthen the root chakra. So now we're getting into the good stuff, right? Grounding practices like walking barefoot, connecting with the earth, and breath work. There are certain spirit guides that you can call upon when you're outside grounding, and they will help you. And you'll feel more connected to them. Breath work is very good. Taking care of your feet. I know that sounds very weird, but like getting pedicures, doing your own pedicures, massaging your feet, putting lotion on your feet, just making that connection with your body is very helpful. Energetic shielding, visualization of red light at the base of the spine, physical anchoring like root chakra crystals such as red jasper, hematite, or black tourmaline. Practical steps, securing your finances, you know, being good about saving money, investing, learning financial literacy, and just learning to be able to trust yourself with money and being able to hold money. Like, worry, my candle just popped, confirmation. Worry about holding money now, and then once you can do that, then invest. Then worry about growing that money. Okay? But have a safety net as much as you can do. I know we're in tough times right now, but just do your best. Cleaning your home, cleansing your space, because again, the root chakra is very dense. It's very low energy. So these entities that like to disrupt it are going to live close to the ground or on the ground itself. Floor washes. Learn how to do floor washes, okay? There's plenty of tutorials on YouTube how to make a spiritual floor wash. It's easy. I can prepare one for you. Just message me. But wash those floors, girl. Routines. Having some sense of routine helps you stay grounded. I struggle with this myself because I'm a very cyclical woman. Like, I have my super pumped up days when and y'all can see this, I'll put out 7 videos. I might film this whole series tonight. Or this morning, actually. It's 4:33 in the morning. This eclipse, I cannot sleep worth a damn. I have tried. So I got up and did my makeup, and now I'm here. But yeah, I try to have somewhat of a routine. Spiritual cleansing. Smoke. Salt baths, that's a really good one. Sound vibrations like drumming or root chakra frequencies. You can find those on YouTube for free. Like, incorporate it all together, okay? Do your grounding practices, do your floor wash, and make sure after you wash your floors spiritually that you cleanse yourself, okay? Don't cleanse yourself first and then cleanse your house. Because you're going to be, as you're cleaning, even if it's just physical cleaning, you're going to pick up negativity. So it's always good after you're done physically cleaning or spiritual cleaning your space to cleanse yourself. Okay? Yeah, do your grounding practices. Do your floor wash. While you're playing the root chakra frequencies on the TV, you know, wear your crystal jewelry. Just really focus some positive energy on your root chakra and nurture it. Healing after a psychic attack, because that's very important. Rebuild safety, create a sacred home space, and grounding foods. Me personally, like, especially if I've been doing a lot of readings that day, I will eat something kind of not so healthy. I might get shit for suggesting this, but oh well. I mean, bread isn't too bad. You know, bread isn't too unhealthy. But something starchy, something dense, mashed potatoes, like comfort food almost. Chicken and dumplings, minus the chicken because I don't eat that. Like comfort food because it fills your belly, it helps you feel safe, things like that. Obviously don't do too much, but when you're in those anxious moods, half the time you just need to eat something too. Like, let me tell you something, when you're under a psychic attack and you haven't eaten all day, you feel like you're in the twilight zone. I know that everyone on the spiritual community praises fasting. I'm not a fan personally. If you're dealing with a lot of negativity, I just don't think the two mix very well together. That's just my opinion. But that's just my body. Okay? People are different. Affirmations for stability, like I am safe, I am supported, I belong, I am safe where I am. I create a nice home for myself. I am stable. I am secure. I am financially secure. Things like that. Journaling, exploring fears, and reclaiming empowerment. So look up root chakra journal prompts. Calling back your energy and cutting cords. a lot of people will attach or try to attach cords on your chakras, but especially your lower 3 chakras, and siphon energy or send you negativity through the cord. So doing regular cord cutting, especially if you suspect like who it is specifically, you don't have to know. You can just say, I cut all cords between me and anyone that doesn't mean me well. Do the ritual, boom, cleanse yourself afterwards, and let it go. I do a cord cutting a few times a month. It's just part of my spiritual maintenance. Because I always have people trying to like spy on my energy and be in my energy, and I'm like, bye. But that's very helpful for the root chakra. Okay, so that's about it for the root chakra. I have exciting news. I have just completed it's technically my second course, but it's my first course being released because my Siren Beauty and Glamour Magic course is still in pre-order until September 15th. But I did finish up my Chakra Healing Mastery course. You can go on my website, sirensnectar.com. The energy exchange is $222, and on the 9th of September, it will go up to $275, okay? Afterpay is available on my website, but it is so thorough, and there is so much healing information in there. There's guided meditations and activations. There's journal prompts. Like, I poured so much love into this course, and if you're interested, just either contact me on Instagram or go to my website, okay? And if you would like to book a spiritual session with me, you can go to sirensnectar.com/booking, or you can message me here on Instagram, okay? I love y'all.